I think it's just a bullshit excuse for wanting to spend a shit ton of money.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, we can talk about the greed that is TKO now, the greed that is WWE now. I mean, we could talk about the reasoning why choosing Saudi Arabia. It's all about the top dollar, right? Saudi Arabia is going to pay the most money to get WrestleMania. They're going to outbid every other country out there. They're going to outbid every other city who's going to want to pay for a WrestleMania, like a London, and stateside's included. They're going to outbid everybody. But that just goes to show the greed that is WWE greed now. World Wrestling Greederation,
Yeah,
TKO. It's
and
all about
speaking,
what they can make.
yeah, and speaking more on said greed, the GOAT, they moved his last match from Boston to DC because DC bidded more, and that pissed me off because it's like Boston, that's his home. You gotta let him retire in his home, but the fact that like Boston's not giving us enough money, so you're gonna have your last match here in Washington DC. Like he has no connection to Washington DC, and of all places, why DC?
Hmm.
They rarely go there.
Yeah, it's about who can give them the most money. I mean, look at the ticket sales right now. The ticket sales are absolutely out of control. There was reports from, I forget who reported it, but they're basically saying that Vince McMahon was pricing tickets so he
For the
wouldn't
fans.
outprice families out of coming to shows. TKO, ever since they have bought in WWE, they have increased the prices every single year. It's gotten to a point now where the average fan, you and I, it's getting harder and harder to come to these shows.
And the crazy thing is like these fans still buy it. They're still selling out shows.
Yeah,
And I know the fans are outrageous about it, but like if they really want to make a statement, they gotta stop buying tickets. Because then maybe if they see they're not selling tickets, maybe they'll be like, okay, maybe we need to drop the price down a little bit.
well, I think they did drop the price down for WrestlePalooza, but that's only the nosebleed seats because they honestly they weren't selling out as much as they could. I believe. I think that was for WrestlePalooza. I could be wrong, but they're. I mean, if it comes to shows where they're selling out, they're only going to increase those prices, and it's only going to get worse and worse. I mean, it's going to come to a point now where the average fan is unable to come to these shows, and you got to think, the viewing audience that comes to these shows are going to be much different now. No longer are you going to be able to bring a family of 2, 3, 4. Those days are gone for the average fans. It's going to be a much different person that's going to be able to come and afford to be able to come to these shows. And I think over the next few couple of years, you're going to be able to see the difference in the crowds. And those loud, massive crowds that you see, in different countries, like the ones that we got in Paris, France. They're in France this past for the past pay per view.